Morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Laurie Schotz back with us. Good morning, Laurie. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good. It's Ugly Sweater Day at my work. I missed it on Friday. I guess it's a national thing now. The third Friday of December is Ugly Sweater Month. Who knew?
I missed the meeting.
I did too. I missed the memo. So we pushed it back till today. So
I just say I wear these every day and just tell people that.
I just look ugly all the time, so it doesn't matter.
Or no, go the other way. Say, look, I got to ugly this down a little bit, all this. So I wear these sweaters to be common like you.
Yeah, that's it. Some people work on their sweaters all year. I have a girlfriend back in Indiana that she picks a sweater and then she works on it. Hangs the balls off of it, like lovely.
The tassel, garland.
Yes, it's awful, isn't it?
It's pretty ugly.
It's ugly.
And I will appreciate to set it off. They went with the sky blue, which is un-Christmas. I mean,
and then
everyone's red and green heavy. This is sky blue.
And now you have a unicorn.
Yeah,
and
not
at the
even
bottom
Christmas?
It says pink believe. When the rest of yours is red, I'm just like, OMG.
Now
this was a gift.
Now they're crossing holidays or something. There's like, unicorns aren't part of Christmas.
No. But this was a gift as, wear it on Ugly Sweater Day. So
well, it qualifies as that sweater. I will give it that.
Maybe I'll win the prize. Woohoo!
It definitely enters that category. So, good job. Of course, Laurie does a lot of work with Schotz Productions, Kiwanis Club, working with the Roswell Community Little Theater here in the last fall year. Of course, hopefully folks got a chance to see the Swearingen and Kelly show that took place about a month or so ago here.
November 6th.
Yeah, November 6th. And that was, Simon and Garfunkel, a great show for the crowds, and hopefully everyone got and had a little fundraiser and raised some money. And now this is actually, that was fundraising for Kiwanis and for the Roswell Community Little Theater. Both entities are still raising money.
Yes, they both still have huge projects. Yeah. And I'm really excited that we met cost.
Good.
And both groups made money.
Good.
So
how did the ball drop do for the Kiwanis?
That also went very well. In fact, I had a gentleman back in Indiana when I was a Kiwanian back there that got second place, and he donated the money back to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
That's the trick, is to get people to buy thinking that they don't need the money, they just want to give it back. And so then they're like, oh, you won $500.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just give it back to the cause. Yeah, you're a good dude.
Yeah, so Doug Austin was in charge of that, and thanks to Doug for doing that. It was the same morning as the concert.
It was a busy Saturday.
It was a very busy Saturday.
Plus, there was a bunch of other stuff going on that day, if I remember right.
Parade,
it was a slurry of stuff.
Yeah, but we were really thankful that we did have 4 foodie sponsors in Bewitched, Peppers, Portofino's. Oh, we had 3, sorry. So we had those 3 sponsors. So our VIPs got to eat well and drink well. In fact, I have someone who came to the first one, did not get a VIP pass, and he was like, when you're ready to sell those tickets to John Denver, I want to bump up.
All right. So you got a one guaranteed VIP for our John Denver show.
Yeah, we've actually sold already 15 tickets. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're thinking like, wait a minute, John Denver's coming? Well, yeah, kind of. It's coming up. Mark this date on your calendars, February 19th. So you got time.
Right.
You got time to get this.
But if you need a Christmas present.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking, hey, what would be good in my spouse's stocking or friend's stocking or whomever's stocking, February 19th, 2 shows, a matinee in the afternoon and a 7 p.m. showing. There's going to be a John Denver tribute show. A gentleman by the name of Ted Vigil. He's he not only sounds like John Denver, but I don't know if he's got a hidden DNA gene hidden in there somewhere, but you put the glasses and the clothing on this guy, and you swear John Denver's standing there.
And that's why I used the quote from Music Scene in the ad. It says, he looks like him, better yet, he sounds like him.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the whole package with Ted.
So if you've been, I guess we can't enjoy John Denver live in concert person no more. We just can't do that, obviously.
Right.
This is going to be the next best thing. And for folks that don't know, a lot of locals know this, but if you're new to the area, didn't know, John Denver's got connections to Roswell. His father, I believe, served at the base here was it the 50s? I'm not sure exactly when. But so John Denver lived in Roswell as a child.
Right.
And I swear I know somebody that like knew him back then and lived here and all. But
and then his father became his private pilot.
Yeah.
His father did not agree with his choice. Obviously he worked at an NMI, and so he wanted him to be more military. Sure. And he became a musician.
Yeah.
And then when he saw, I guess this thing's going to be okay. Yeah. He became his private pilot. So.
Yeah. And and I'm guessing that's probably where John Denver got his love of flying and everything,
right?
Too. And I mean, obviously, folks know what happened. Because he was an amateur. Well, I don't think that amateur is the right word. He was a pilot of his own, but he did like experimental aircraft. I think the one he died in was a experimental glider or something. It was in a regular airplane. I know that much. But
he was an adrenaline junkie.
He was a guy that definitely. But anyway, Ted Vigil, and this is kind of. It's unique how he came to be John Denver, right? I mean,
his story is he went to be part of a local talent competition. He was going to sing one of his own songs, and they all saw him, and they were like, "Are you going to sing John Denver?
Bust out some Rocky Mountain."
And he was like, and I can't remember which song. It wasn't Rocky Mountain. I can't remember which song, but he did, and then he won that competition, went to nationals, and won that.
Okay.
And thought, there might be something in this since I kind of look like the guy, right? So he became a tribute singer about John Denver. He has a Christmas show.
Nice.
He's all over the place. He's coming to us from Arizona.
Okay.
In fact, I was looking at hiring him earlier on, and I went to Phoenix to see Dinner Theater. And up on the screen, they said on their dark day, they were going to have John Denver. And I look up, and it's the same guy. And I'm like, he's all over the place wherever I go. So
he's kind of working his way to be like almost the official John
Denver. He was at
Denver.
Honeywell Performing Arts Center in Indiana, in Wabash, Indiana, about 3 or 4 months ago. A friend of mine is like, "Is this the guy you're having?" I'm like, "That's exactly the guy."
That's him.
So he is getting well known around the United States for doing John Denver.
I'm curious. I have to go check him out online. Like if it's some of his original stuff. I don't know if that's even out there, but
I don't know
if it's John Denver like, or is it a complete different animal altogether?
He also has a slideshow that will be going on behind him. Okay. So he'll be telling some stories about John Denver's life.
Okay. So I imagine there'll be a Roswell connection or two in that presentation.
And that's why he's super excited. He's like, John Denver, he was there, he lived there. And I'm like, right. So we're hoping people come out and support the causes, but because they like John Denver.
Sure. And that's just it. I mean, this is, at the end of the day, we're trying to raise money for the Kiwanis Club, which is continuing to raise money for the all-inclusive park.
Yes.
And the Roswell Community Little Theater, of course, they've got the ongoing project to replace that roof.
Correct.
They've been raising funds. Of course, they had their Santa's Talent Search just now. They've got other shows. So they're doing that, but to help booster that and get more money for that roof, because it's expensive to replace a roof, help out and come out to this show too. Now,
if you're interested in sponsorship, we also have some sponsorships available as well. And we didn't do sponsorship last time. We took it on ourselves.
Okay.
So we had to sell X amount of tickets to cover the cost of the artist before anyone could make any money.
Gotcha.
And that's why I was really happy that both sides made good money for a concert.
Sure. The table wasn't set to easily make money.
Right.
Gotcha.
So this time we are not doing a silent auction.
Okay.
We will have another function going on in the lobby. We still are doing the VIP. The price is still $40.
You can wine and dine.
You can wine and dine a little bit.
Okay.
And then we raised the price of regular admission from $28, which is an awkward price because then you have to have all these ones to give
change. Yeah.
So it is going to be $30 this time.
Okay.
But we still have the VIP, and that will still include everything as it included last time. So
and it's just $40 for the
$40.
VIP. So $10 more you get. I don't even know why you just pay the extra $10 and get wine and dine.
That's what we're hoping.
Yeah.
That's what we're going for, Mike.
I mean,
you
for
get
$10 more,
right?
just go ahead and get wined and dined.
Right.
Because I guarantee you're going to spend a lot more than $10 to get wined and dined on your own.
Oh, yeah.
Before you go to the show or after you go to the show.
And so we have Foodie sponsor that's going to be doing a different Foodie sponsor this time. And
I feel like John Denver.
Donated.
We kind of need a beefy type thing going, because John Denver, I feel beef is
I
appropriate.
know. I didn't say Backdraft Barbecue. That was our other sponsor last time. Now that you say beefy, or
Porky in their case. They do a little both beefy and porky. Either way, I'll take it.
Right. A shout out to all of those. It was great. And they had their little logo there, and I mentioned them from stage. And, like Bewitched is a new restaurant.
If you haven't been there and tried their sandwiches
really
and stuff, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, Carrie does a great job. And she helped out where I work for a luncheon the other day, and it was more than enough food. And
the
it was
drink
great.
sandwiches. She puts a unique spin on a lot of things that you like classics and favorites. She puts unique spins on them. So
love the names.
Yeah.
Because it's Bewitches, so you can have the Glenda.
Yeah.
Or you can have
You got famous
the Wicked Witch, or you can have the Basic Witch, or you can have
Sand Witch.
I don't think I saw that one on hers.
I'll take sand.
But yeah, the Kiwanis Club is for, like you said, the all-inclusive park.
Yeah.
All-inclusive means that any child can come.
Absolutely.
With any disability or not a disability.
It's a regular
with a focus on autism.
It's a regular park that regular kids can play in. However, it's got an added element for kids that are on the spectrum or with special needs. It has features and aspects that will be more fun for them. And that's what this park. So regardless if your kid's on the spectrum or not on the spectrum or whatever,
they can all play
they
together.
can go to the park and have a good time. That's what that park's about.
And we're partnering with the Autism Society, I think they're called. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but so in Albuquerque, and also your city, I almost said town, your city has put in for more monies from the state because, yes, we got a good chunk of change last time, but because of COVID, as we all know with inflation, everything has really gone up.
Yes.
So we're asking for the money so that we could get what we could have gotten when we first got the money.
Sure.
So, and I shouldn't say we're asking. The city is asking for that.
Sure.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure if they're doing it this session or if they've been too busy redistricting.
Well, this is a 30-day, so usually that's a lot of budgetary, and there's not a lot of time for. So I don't know. It could go either way with this one. Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it's this time or the next time, but anyway, I know that the city is putting in for that. So thank you to Roswell for doing that for Kiwanis. And then, of course, like you said, Roswell Community Little Theater. They really did real well last year with the talent competition. So that's why they brought it back.
Yeah.
And they had sponsors for that as well.
Yeah.
I heard that it went very well. I saw the Mother Goose.
Yes.
Mother Goose has been eaten by werewolves, or werewolves eating Mother Goose or something.
They had fun.
And we came on a Sunday afternoon. It was really good.
Yeah. That was the perfect play to bring to people that complain about live theater, if that makes sense. Like people are like, oh, I don't want the musical. Go to that and it'll change your opinion.
And it really was for what we loved about it was that the kids wouldn't have gotten the adult jokes, but they could see some of their favorite fairy tale characters come to life. So they were enthralled,
I kept comparing it to Shrek humor. Like, adults will get it, but there's some that are a little over kids' head, but it's still family friendly. It's just kind of.
And of course, it was almost an inside joke for those of us that have worked in nonprofit, because if you say it's for the kids, you always get whatever it is you're asking for. Because when you turn 18, you don't need anything anymore, I guess. Right. But that was an ongoing joke within that script was, it's for the kids, and I thought that was great.
I can appreciate that.
Yes,
humor.
exactly.
Absolutely.
And if you don't work in nonprofit, you probably wouldn't understand that. But it just is funny. I'm going to break your whole set.
Oh, those things get all kinds of punishment.
Well, I was a stunt person, so
And to be honest, the one-armed Sonny is actually no-armed. They surgically repaired that one arm on him there. So, yeah. And the other arm just lost to wherever it's gone. So. But, this is going to be a fun show. It's John Denver. John Denver, I mean, he crosses genres and things. I mean, I don't care.
He's not quite folk. He's not quite country.
Yeah.
He's not soft rock, but he's kind of all those things.
He's that little rock, that little Donnie Marie, little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of folk, a little bit. It's just Americana is really. I mean, if you put
I asked
down
my 36-year-old niece if she knew who Donny Osmond was, and she said no.
No, well.
And then my brother said when she was real little, Beatles? Who would name a band after a bug? That's stupid. And we're like, oh my gosh, do you know who that is? Iconic, the Beatles.
I watched one of those, those videos on YouTube of like kids being exposed to like the Beatles and things for the first time and all that. Well, there's one video out there, this one of those where kids watching like a video. It's a Kanye West song that they use Beatles stuff in it and talking about the Beatles and even the video, and the kids like going, man, this is pretty good. I don't know who these Beatles are, but Kanye's going to blow them up. And I'm like, I was like, oh, that's good. Kanye's going to make them famous, huh? Okay.
Don't tell Paul McCartney that.
But yeah, I love seeing those videos and stuff. But yeah, that John Denver's kind of that type of artist, crosses genres. So I think if you're a music fan, young, old, you're going to be a part of it. You want to go check out the John Denver show. It's kind of, like we were talking about the Simon Garfunkel, they're kind of like they begat so much, like, you know what I mean? John Denver's in the same way, but almost more mainstream even, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like Simon Garfunkel, it's a little more niche than what, like John Denver, I mean, it's
Crosses more.
Certain names you could just throw out, like Elvis. And John Denver's one of those people. It's just like everybody knows John Denver.
And I might be doing some more research on exactly his history here in Roswell, hoping to get the word out.
Yeah.
Going to go to, I know you're close to the Historical Society so I want to go over there and say, okay, tell me more about it. Get the buzz going about, hey, he lived on this street.
Sure.
This is what he was.
I would even give a talk to the Walker Aviation Museum folks
that's
over at
true.
there and maybe get some military
Well, I
history
have
out
a
of there.
connection, Robert Sherman, who is the
he's the man who knows.
He is the dude.
Yes.
So I can go to him. He's a Kiwanian as well.
Yeah.
So.
And matter of fact, I think he's the one who has a connection with John. Like, I don't know if he knew the family or something. I think it was him telling me something about like when his dad was there at the base and all of that.
Well, I'll have to.
I think
pick
there's
his
some
brain when
or
I
like
see
he
him
was
next.
around the same time. I mean, there's
some connection.
Yeah, there's something going. I don't know the whole story.
And I had no idea John Denver was from Roswell.
Yeah.
When I moved to this area at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't until like the last year or so that I got the connection.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. He's I learned Demi Moore when I got here. That was the one
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
one.
Demi Moore's originally from Roswell. I don't think she's very proud or claims the fact, but she's actually from Roswell. She grew up here in Roswell. So her and John Denver are probably Roswell's most famous alum. There's a couple others, but those are the two big ones. So
2 biggies.
Yeah.
So
and I don't think you're
concert
gonna see Demi Moore coming back.
I know. I don't know. Can we do a tribute, Demi Moore?
Although I haven't seen much Demi Moore doing recently. I mean,
No.
it sounds like she's got time in her hands now.
Well, she could. Now that Ashton Kutcher booted and remarried, who knows? Or maybe who was it? Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, yeah, she has quite the stable there.
I do like their daughter is doing a lot of in fashion and different things. I really enjoy her. So
yeah.
But this concert's a little different. The last concert, they got to actually meet Simon and Garfunkel and had stories about them, their personal stories and conversation, or people that were like, this song was written about me, and it's not true. I can't remember which one it was. But I found that really interesting. And they sounded just like them, even though they were husband and wife.
Sure.
So that was
male-female,
unique.
which is,
And this gentleman, like I said, he has the slide presentation and videos that are going the whole time that he's on stage. And so it's just one person instead of two, but we bring a different medium in now. Now we're doing multimedia things.
So really the performance is not only a celebration of John Denver's music, but his life.
Of his life,
well.
yes, exactly.
Awesome.
And that's he calls it something specific. And I would, when you get on the website, on his website you will see he doesn't say tribute. He does say tribute, but it's a little
deeper than that.
Yeah, and it'll describe it a little bit better than that. And I probably should have used that on my ads, but
the good news is you can get tickets for the show right now. That's why we were talking about the Christmas part. If you got a John Denver fan in your family or friends, I'm pretty sure you're going to be a hit with a Christmas gift of getting him 2 tickets to see Ted Vigil here. Again, the show is February 19th. You have an option of a 2 p.m. matinee or a 7 p.m. showing. For the VIP, do you get the dinner both, or is it one for?
Well, it's not a dinner. It's
food.
Food.
Yeah.
Finger food. Yes. So you can get a VIP at either time, 2 or 7.
Okay.
Obviously at 2, there is more space if we're going to go on history of one show.
Sure.
We had VIPs and the room was filled, but it was, and then it was really filled for the second one. And we keep the VIP room open at intermission as well.
So they want to pop in
if you
for
want
a
to pop
drink or
in for
something.
another glass of wine or grab some more finger food, you can do that.
Nice.
You can get tickets at Roswell Community Little Theater at their website. It's already set up, ready to go. You can choose the seats that you want.
RoswellTheater.org is the website there.
Yes.
And you spell theater like live theater, THEATRE.
And thank you for knowing that, because that drives me crazy. Not showing a movie is not ER. It's Old English.
Yes.
But yeah, you can go on, or if you are old school, you can call 575-513-8119. That is me, and I will sell you a ticket.
Perfect.
That way.
Excellent.
And I would say that's how we did about 85% of the last show, was they called me. If you don't get me, if you call, please leave your name and number and that you're calling for tickets. I will call you right back.
I got a funny feeling this is going to be a hot ticket. So,
yeah, I'm hoping. We're hoping.
So my humble suggestion to everyone is, now the tickets are available right now.
Mm-hmm.
The show's 2 months away. No one's thinking about it. Get your tickets now, because in about a month from now, everyone and their uncle is going to be thinking to try to get tickets to this thing.
Well, it's right after Valentine's Day, so you could do that. You're going to be scrambling for a gift for that.
Yeah.
We're out of the holiday. We're still in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
February is usually the coldest.
Yeah.
So you're like, ugh, there's nothing to look forward to. Right?
Yeah.
It's winter, so now you have something to look forward to in February.
So get the early bird and get the tickets now. Get them early. That way you got them. You don't. And when everyone's trying to scramble to get a last minute ticket here, February 2nd or February 5th, you're gonna be like, I got mine back in December. I'm good to go.
And we were almost sold out. I think we had 2 tickets left in VIP for the night show.
Okay.
For the last concert. So I know that that's a good seller and people really enjoy it. Just don't wait till the last minute this time. We can only accommodate so many people in the VIP room.
Mm-hmm.
We could make more rows VIP, but we're trying to make it a special dealio.
And the Community Little Theater, it's a great theater for seeing anything, but it's a limited seating venue. I mean, there's about 200. I don't even
198,
know.
I think is what
198
mm-hmm.
officially. So that's not a lot of seating. So get tickets early. I'd hate for you to be like excited about this and then miss that opportunity because they were sold out. And to be honest, I don't know why anybody's getting a $30 ticket. Shell out the $10. Get the VIP experience. It's $10 more.
Right.
It's not much, and you're getting more than $10 worth of value out of that. And at the same time, you're helping both great organizations with a little bit more money. So.
And if you're a company and you want tickets for your company, we do that as well. You could get a sponsorship, and then you'd get guaranteed tickets. And you'll be on the banner, a mention from stage when I'm on with you. You get a mention on here.
Yeah.
So you can take it off of your advertising budget if you do the sponsorship. Or you don't want to sponsor and you just want to donate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother thing. Then that can come off your taxes.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. And if you want to try to get a last minute tax write off here before the end of the year kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
For folks that are interested in sponsoring, is it best to call you direct probably?
Yes,
okay.
and call the number that I gave, and it will be on our advertising that you see out there. Right now we're only on Facebook, but we'll be other places as well. It is 575-513-8119. Give me a call. I have one sponsor already that we're talking to, and I believe they're going to come through. So we can have more than one sponsor. I'm not asking anybody to pick up the entire cost.
Sure.
But if we all picked up a little bit, then these two groups would actually
make
more money in the end.
Levels of sponsorship. Mm-hmm. You X amount here, get you, X amount of tickets or whatever, that kind of thing, and or passes or whatever. And but yeah, now if you're like, we had a big windfall here, I'm going to cover this whole job, or what's that check going to cost me? Then we'll be happy to take that.
Exactly. I have no problem with that either. Then I don't have to beg anywhere else.
There you go. I love those kind of folks too. But we'll even figure a way to put your name in lights somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Might be on my ugly sweater. But it will be in lights. And I also would like to thank Roswell Community Little Theater. I mean, they took a big chance on the first concert. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, they hadn't done anything like this for years. If they've done it in the past. Mm-hmm. And thank all of our silent auction people that donated.
Yeah.
They did. I turned them on to a wine pull, and they made money that way.
Awesome.
So there was a lot going on, and we were really thrilled with everything and how it turned out.
Yeah.
And not having, again, I'll go back to not having any sponsorship. You have to sell so many tickets. It was such and such price.
Sure. It was a little hair raising and nerve wracking for the planners involved here.
Yes, for my production company, because I'm like, we can do this. Oh, what if we can't do it? But yeah, we'll be in the newspaper. Look on Facebook under Best Shots Productions. I'm bouncing on certain people's pages that I know.
Yeah.
And like I have 15 tickets sold. As in, they found out the date, called me and said, "We know you don't have it up and running yet, but we want X amount of tickets at VIP or regular."
Okay.
And they never asked me the cost.
Didn't matter. They just want to go.
In fact, I had one gal down in Artesia. I saw her at a local coffee place, and she was at a table of all gals, and she was like, "Oh, you guys missed it. We went to see Simon and Garfunkel." Now they're doing a gals' day. And they're trying to figure out how many of them are coming.
Oh, cool.
Like,
so
we know there's 5 so far.
Ladies' night for them, or ladies' afternoon.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
So that's really cool. And they're like, "Can we get tickets now? Take my number." And I'm like, we haven't put this out yet. Like, no one knows.
Hold on to that enthusiasm. We're going to need it here in a couple of weeks.
Right. So I know that there is enthusiasm, like you said, out there.
Absolutely.
And that it is going to be a hot ticket eventually. But like you said, get it now.
Yeah.
Look on Best Shots Productions Facebook page. We will be offering between Christmas and New Year some type of discount.
Oh, cool.
But it will only be for those 5 days.
Small window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really think that we're going to
the end of the day.
Right.
That we're trying to raise money for 2 great organizations.
Right.
You know, Kiwanis, for folks, I know this is all going to the all-inclusive park here, but as an organization, they kind of focus on children and in the schools with education stuff and all kinds of stuff. So you're contributing to that,
right?
And then obviously the Community Little Theater, they have a storied history here of bringing great entertainment,
kids programming there. You can have your talent and do
there a lot too.
The talent thing. You can audition for their shows.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to harp on. I mean, I had to know all this to write grants, but how much the arts really does make you a better decision maker,
absolutely,
a better person for your community. You think outside the box, and that doesn't mean you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
Just those that attend, especially when we start them as children, really get that going, those juices going, and that's who you want to be your next leaders. You don't want the same old and in the box. You want outside, especially in this day and age.
And kids don't excel in certain. It's they may not grasp sitting in a classroom taking notes, but when you present it in a theater way or something like that, those messages, the same messages they're teaching in school, kind of rub off a little bit better.
So we had Malia, and I'm sure that you know her. She's a community service person here, young girl, 14 years old, and she came to Simon and Garfunkel. She couldn't say Garfunkel. She practiced, and first it was Swearingen. Then she got that down, and she'd never heard of Simon and Garfunkel. But I made her. I wasn't sure. It was right after surgery for me, so I wasn't sure if I'd be able to go on stage and introduce them. And I was able to go up and say my announcements, but I promised she'd introduce them. So at 14, she got up on that stage in front of the microphone and spoke eloquently.
Awesome.
And that's the thing that kids now are not getting. I feel like they're afraid to stand up and talk in front of people.
Sure.
So this is a great way for them to see their peers up there doing the same thing. So she'll be at this concert as well.
Especially in an age where a lot of younger folks communicate more digitally than face to face. So there it's more intimidating for them because they don't practice it on a regular basis here. And so now you said, now you got kids that are instilling confidence and sometimes that's what a child needs, is to do something that scared them, overcome it, instills the confidence, and then that spreads out into other facets of their life too. That's how you develop personalities.
And to give a shout out to her, she has been great with Kiwanis. She is an honorary member because we don't have an age group for her to be in. And so she just 2 weeks ago when the Static Light Parade was, she was up in Albuquerque and she won the Ultimate Miss Enchanted.
Oh, nice.
So she won 5 crowns and won the talent competition.
She's really taking off and running with this stuff. Good for her.
Yeah, and she's volunteering every day. She's already hit her 400 hours and she's going for 800 hours before the end of the year.
That's what I like about some of those kind of like pageant-like things is because they really do a great job of raising awareness for community needs and community charities and things like that because You know, I know a lot of people talk about the swimsuits and all that recognition, but at the end of the day, those are all community service minded people that they're trying
And didn't
to
the
put out.
VFW just hand out awards? Was it the VFW here?
American Legion handed
American
out,
Legion, and she got
Yeah,
a volunteer
she
award
got-
from them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and it's not just lip service that, hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to volunteer. She actually gets in there and volunteers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out to her. Thank you so much. The Kiwanis love her as part of our group, and she
deal.
will be there this evening. I haven't asked her if she knows John Denver yet. We'll find out. She
Maybe
now
she
knows Simon
stumbled.
and Garfunkel, so we're going to get her
Well,
up there somehow.
If she doesn't, she's about to learn a whole lot, I
right.
think. So, but folks, again, mark it on your calendars. February 19th, it's a Saturday. 2 shows, a 2 p.m. show and a 7 p.m. show. Both will take place at the Roswell Community Little Theater. Tickets are available right now, right this second. You can go online and order them at roswelltheater.org. Make sure you spell theater Theatre, or just Google if you don't know how to spell that. You can also call Laurie here directly at 575-513-8119. Again, that's 575-513-8119. Tickets are $30 for regular seating. If you want the VIP experience for just $10 more, that gets you foods and drink and the VIP lounge.
You get to meet the act prior.
You get to meet the act
So you'll get
prior.
to meet him before he goes on stage.
For $10 more, you get to be treated like a king and queen, as opposed to not paying $10 and just sitting there watching the show. So pay $10, you get wine and finger foods and all kind of stuff. Why not? Oh, why
Right.
not do it? Shell out the $10 and get that done. And again, all the proceeds from this concert to benefit the Kiwanis for the all-inclusive park and the Roswell Community Little Theater to help replace that roof at the building there. So
Yep.
good deal. Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
I'll talk to you next week. But
Yeah, I think that's funny. Today's your last day, and then the day you come back, you get to see me again.
that's right. First day back. So I'm bookending with Laurie here.
There are worse things you could do.
Yeah, it could be Gene or Thomas. I have to book him.
Don't tell Gene that.
That's right. Yeah, he gets it. Well, thank you, man. Well,
Thank you
Merry
so
Christmas
much.
to you and your
Same to
family,
you.
and we'll see you here in a week.
That's right. I can't believe it's already going to be Christmas and New
I
Year's.
know. It's all flying
but
by.
Everyone enjoy. God bless.
Take care. It is